this field. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Reads it, fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
The run inside. It's Clark. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Shakes off the defender. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina!
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, Give him the ball. He can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that line.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to it. Got enough for the first. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space, was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on deep.
It's a running room. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. On the run, it's McAllister. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That's caught. It's Harbor. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Gets rid of it. Got it. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Running inside, it's McAllister. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The give on the option. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play, that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's McAllister. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Sets up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He gets a block. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Here's the give off the left side. Powers through the defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Aggies will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer us. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the run, it's McAllister. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Takes it from the gun on third down. Working that left side now. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll run for it. Runs through a tackle. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. There's a crease. Past the 50. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to run it. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch. It's Tuggle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Quick release on the RPO. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
They've been overwhelmed so far in this 1st half, but if they... Here's a little room there. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 fourth-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? Got his man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing, I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 11 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Wildcats sneaking out of here with an upset victory, and have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal. The Gamecocks in the hurry up. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now 5 extra yards to cover after the false start. Still second and goal. On the move, it's McAllister. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's third and goal. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, here's an interesting decision.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Flushed out of the pocket. He's brought...